Hello, Anna.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me and see me okay?
I see you. I hear you well.
Oh, great. Okay. I can too. Good morning. Well, morning for me.
Morning to you. My dear, before
Yeah.
I forget, because I need to share things with you that I picked up prior to us meeting now, and forgive me for being so abrupt, but I have a very short-term memory.
Of course.
Okay?
Yes, of course. Yes.
A gentleman has come through, a male energy that's above you, meaning either there's an age difference here, or he's like a father, or that's where we are, or an uncle. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he went on and on and on, and I'm trying to remember exactly what he said here. And something about, uh, yeah, he showed me a deck of cards stacked up, and then they fall, and then he stacks them up again, and they fall. So my feeling is that he's trying to tell me here that he's built up, fell, built up something, and ups and down we're going in life. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then he described that how people around him turned against him and how things were not right between either yourself and him or him and whoever it was, their partner or whatever. There's something that wasn't quite right there. And
Hmm.
then I felt like more and more isolated, and I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking, I wasn't focused. So then
Hmm.
again, he was saying something about the whole world is all over the place, and things became all over the place. So I'm taking it that there's something wrong here with the cognition. Either he
Mm-hmm.
started to
Mm-hmm.
become with dementia or something, or he started to
Mm-hmm.
with a mental health breakdown or something. Okay. Can you
Mm-hmm.
sense any of this? Do you recognize who this might be?
I'm thinking it probably was my dad. Um, it sounds like my dad, probably, which is pretty cool to hear.
Okay.
By the end of his life, he had, we don't even know what it was, but it was, he was in another country. It was, like I didn't grow up with him, so it wasn't, a super close relationship. And
No,
he
no, no, no,
definitely
no.
had lots of ups and downs.
Anna, don't give me information. I just wanted to confirm
Okay.
that it's in place, okay?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It makes sense. Yes, yes, definitely.
Anna, was there alcohol involved at one point in this man's life?
Absolutely, big time.
Okay. He's an,
Yeah.
but he's been dealt the wrong fate, the wrong cards here. He's not a bad person. Um,
Yes.
okay, let me put it this way. Sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes bad people do good things. In this man's case,
Yeah.
he's good, but he's ended up not doing the right things. I won't say bad,
Yeah.
but not the right things.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yes. Yes. No, absolutely. That's right on. Right on.
It's not
Yeah.
a distinct feeling that we're lost, a wanderer, lost. I mean, we
Yeah.
are alive,
Yeah.
but not quite living, alive, but not quite living.
Right. 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 Especially at the end. So that's exactly right. So definitely, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I have to just quickly tell you, I had a dream about him only once since he passed. That was like 4 years ago he died. But anyway, so only once I had a dream about him, and I was driving and I kind of slowed down because I thought I saw him in a yard, like a random yard, like beautiful yard. He comes up, he puts his like elbow on the wi open window of my car, and he says, "So, like it's pretty cool here. You were right. Like it's wonderful, but I keep drinking and drinking and nothing happens. I don't know what's wrong." He just couldn't get a buzz. And it was, I don't know, like I was like, what are you talking about? and he points to my uncle who is also passed away. He's like, well, he figured it out, but I can't. I just keep drinking, but nothing happens. I don't feel it. It was kind of the funny thing. And that was the only time I had a dream.
I love that dream. I feel it's more like a visitation than a dream. Uh,
Hmm.
he's also,
It felt that way.
and he's also sharing his uh, sense of humor and wit as well. Uh,
Yeah.
I love the fact that there's a symbolic thing there where he puts his elbow on the car, like
Yeah.
anchor himself, anchor you, at the same time to give you that feeling that I'm relaxed here. Okay, you
Yeah. Yeah.
as we're talking about all of this, I am feeling more and more the link to you, albeit maybe have been limited, but I do feel like a strong connection with you. Okay. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
for him, if the world was like closing in, and I did feel that, by the way, at one point, I felt the
Mm.
world was closing in. I think you're
Yeah.
one of the few people who would represent hope for him or who would represent something that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure to what extent and what his involvement was, but I do feel
Mm.
that a darker turn here, a darker turn of,
Hmm.
I don't know if he was involved,
Hmm.
he shouldn't be involved with, if there was something that I don't want to say criminal, but something that's not quite honorable, let's put it this way, but something we're involved with that wasn't straight cut, something that's not right.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
to see that, and at the same time, that's a conflict within him, a conflict.
Hmm.
This
Hmm.
man carries a
Hmm.
past, by the way. This man has a past.
Yeah.
And oh yes,
Yeah.
before I forget, you see, my memory is terrible. Uh, at one point, he
Oh.
showed me a handgun. So I saw the handgun on the table, and the handgun
Hmm.
represented to me the taking of life or being in service. So there's the
Hmm.
involved as well. So,
Hmm.
and he commented on the handgun. It's like it wouldn't end it. It wouldn't end. It wouldn't stop. It wouldn't end. It wouldn't stop. That sort of thing. So, what
Hmm.
it was, whether it's an external challenge or whether the inner demons, the handgun wouldn't take it away. That's the sort of thing he was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so because again, like he was in another country and we had I think as good of a relationship at a distance as we could. So I don't know a lot. Like I don't know what exactly like was happening, but that does make sense. And I know my half brother told me that he took a gun from his apartment because he was either attempted suicide or talked about using the gun to kind of end it. So that makes a lot of sense. It makes me think of that. But yeah, so he did, and like kind of the past. I think what I do know about is that he left. Well, he left, my mom and like no, they actually they decided to part ways, but like when he had his other family where he had my half brother, he left the family and so causing a lot of pain and kind of threw my half brother in for a loop because it was at a critical age. So he did hurt people that I do know, and I don't know, like and sort of like fumbled around afterward, like never finding his way, but um so that makes sense. Yeah.
The one thing that irked him
Yeah.
a lot, that and he still doesn't like it, is people judging him. I think there was a lot of
Hmm.
about him. Oh, he's this, he's that,
Hmm.
and he very much resented that. It's like
Yeah.
I am trying to swim against the tide, but the odds are against me. And he keeps showing me the
Hmm.
cards. Like every time we stack them up, they just fall down. So the odds were against,
Hmm.
okay? And he was against himself. So there's a compound
Yeah.
here. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a shame.
Definitely.
Uh, Perhaps at one point this gentleman could have benefited from like therapy or something. To,
Yeah. For
you
sure.
yeah. I don't think he had a shoulder to cry on. I don't think he had somebody to connect with at that sort of level.
Later in life, absolutely right. Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Did he send a letter?
definitely.
Did he send you guys a letter? Was there a handwritten letter? He's showing me a letter here. A letter in
A
an
letter. I never got one. Like, if he did, maybe it was never found.
essay.
Um, yeah. So and the thing is he died during COVID pandemic, so I don't even know like what happened to his stuff. Like again, like it was in another country and yeah, so there may have been, but I don't know
Are you
about that.
your half
Yeah.
brother?
Sorry, say again.
Are you in touch with your half brother?
Yeah, a little bit. I'll ask him.
Okay, please ask him. Yeah, because there's
I
something.
will, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Just want to make sure that, like, am I breaking up or can you hear me okay? Like, I think that, okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
I don't know how to share this bit, but I guess I can. He had a sweet tooth for females.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. Got him in a lot of trouble. That and alcohol, for sure. Yeah.
'Cause I could see, the actress Salma Hayek. Uh,
Yeah.
there was a movie she did where she was dancing exotically, and I could see that sort of dance, that sort of vibration, and I felt like I'm hypnotized by that. I'm taken by that.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, that's right on. Right on. That's yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome. You're hitting on just like really kind of what he was.
Who described him as the big liar?
That would probably be his ex-wife. My half brother could have too.
Because I feel there's that reference, the big liar.
hmm
And I'm
hmm
getting a feeling here that it's half true. He's,
Mm,
he's not denying it. It's half true. I don't think he was a full
yeah,
liar, but I do feel there's half truth in that there is something.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think he was good at lying to himself too, or convincing himself of things.
Anna, the feeling I'm getting from him is he keeps going on about these cards, the deck of cards, building, coming down. So
Mm,
the feeling I'm getting here is the sort of person who's trying to appease, trying to make things work, trying to prove, like, yes, I can do it. And yet the odds stack against him. It doesn't work. So
hmm
he's not like, I'm not getting a feeling here where he's a total bum. I am getting a feeling,
Yeah.
not a bum that way. Although the alcohol, there's a race head and, him and the alcohol and the effects of the alcohol. But
hmm
that there was a genuine fire in him to try and prove himself. That's the point. That's exactly it. To prove himself, to prove.
Yeah.
And when he got
Yep.
a chance, when he didn't get a chance, uh, that's a very big problem for him because that's
hmm
sort of set him back. You see, for us men, I can sympathize with your dad, bless him. For us men, we we have our pride, we have our ego to some degree, of course. Some of them are live by it, and others are more in control of it. But it is integral to our personal development. If we feel
Hmm.
that we're redundant inside, and if we feel that I'm good for nothing, this sets the clock, the doomsday clock within, that I'm not good for anything.
Hmm.
And this is what happened with this man.
Mm.
Clock had been,
Mm. Yeah.
you see what I mean? So it is with
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
so it is with great relief for him to have actually departed from him. Just
Yeah. 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 No, that makes a lot of sense. That's definitely him. That's definitely him. Um, can I ask you something about him? About so he went very quickly. So first of all, you hit on the fact that like at the end of life, like I'm not sure what it was. I think it was probably a stroke that he had and never got diagnosed, but he lost balance. He couldn't walk very well. And cognitively like definitely declined, but not all the way. Like he was quite, there, but physically disabled and definitely very depressed and whatever. So he died actually of cancer, but it happened very quickly and was a stomach cancer. So 2 weeks before, like he was sort of like I talked to him on Skype and he was saying how he had trouble eating, like he just would vomit anytime he ate anything. And I said, you really should check it out. He didn't like doctors, he whatever. So like no, no, no. But then 2 weeks ago, before he died, like it was exactly 2 weeks. He was still at home, like everything is hunky dory. And then he said that in the at night he was woken up by his grandmother's voice. Get up, it's a party. Get up. And he was like, it was not a dream. I heard her. It was a real voice, and she was telling me to get up to go to a party. He ended up dying on her birthday, which is crazy. So, it was literally 2 weeks later. Things happened very quickly, and he was really suffering at the end physically. And so it was a great relief for him to go because it was just bad. But I'm just wondering if like he's mentioning his mom or his grandma. They are very, very dear to me. They raised me. So like anyway, like I just want to know if they're around and helping him and because they were that presence in his life, the most loving, amazing, unconditional love, but they were gone early. So like after they were gone, like he lost that, you know.
now, I can understand now a series of things through you explaining. First of all, I understand now when he said he didn't have a shoulder to cry on, so he doesn't have the support, the mother or the grandmother or the connection.
Hmm.
Second of all, as you were speaking, and I got a distinct feeling, and look, I've got goose pimples all over. I got the
Hmm.
it wasn't the cancer that actually killed him. I think he was just switched off. I think he was just
Hmm.
turned off because that's it for him not to suffer anymore.
Yeah,
You know, either
yeah,
body
yeah,
shut down very quickly, or some divine intervention of some sort just turned them off. So I,
yeah, that makes sense.
like I wouldn't be surprised if it is a stroke or whatever, but I got the feeling that it wasn't dragged on with the pain of the cancer, but fine, that's it, done. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised at all if he woke up to your grandma's voice and
hmm,
heard these things happen quite often, where people hear loved ones, they get visited by loved ones. Okay, so
hmm,
I wouldn't be surprised at all. And join the party. It's a party here. I mean, how much more beautiful can it be? That it is indeed a
yeah,
and he's invited. Come on,
yeah,
this is time to go, baby.
yeah,
Okay. Uh, and I must say, I don't feel any bit of regret for not for leaving. I feel relieved.
yeah,
This is how it is.
yeah,
A sense of relief.
yeah.
Um,
I'm glad. I'm glad. I think he was looking for that.
yeah. Now, don't feed me any more information, please, because I need to pick up things and share with you so you know
Yep.
it's okay.
Yep.
So I'm feeling now we have a female on the scene here, and I feel this is his mom, his mother, because I am
Hmm.
my own mother. So mother is the word here, mother. And she's holding
Yep.
a white dove, a dove of peace. So I'm getting the
Mm.
feeling here like she made her peace with him, or they had a fallout at some point and he made his peace with her. So it's a dove of peace. Or perhaps
Oh, good.
she means it with you. Was there a fallout? Was there a problem with you or your family? No.
No, no. I don't. Yeah, like it's interesting. I think I would interpret it as just her spirit because I don't think she ever had a, like, unless she protected one of us, she never had literally, like, I think she was like an angel on earth or something because she never had any negative anything with anyone in her life that I can remember. But again, like I was 18 when she died. So, but she was just the most pure, unconditional love
That
presence.
so
So I think maybe that's what,
that's what it is then. The dove of peace, purity,
yeah,
okay, and spiritual,
yeah,
of course. There is this in it. And
yeah.
I am seeing now, I'm seeing the crucifix, I'm seeing a cross. So I'm feeling here that there is a spiritual, religious element in her. There is a
Hmm.
religious element here. If it's not her, then it's his mom. So one of them has a spiritual or a religious inclination here. Do you understand?
Hmm. I think I do. I think I do. So neither one of them were religious, like atheists, complete atheists, but at the end of life, both of them sort of turned a corner and just were hoping or looking for something. And I think connected with that. So I'm wondering if that's actually for me to reassure me that it's real because I think I was the only one she talked about that with. It's basically kind of like, she was like, do you think there is anything there? And I was a kid, like we were just kind of like she was light about it, like you would talk to a kid, really. And I was like, no, of course not. Like we have astronauts like everywhere. They would see something. It's like, yeah, well, but like it was that kind of conversation. So I think that's what she's showing me. That spirituality, like something. I don't know. That's what comes to mind as you say that.
You would know better than me. I'm just giving you the symbols I'm receiving. So there,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
um, uh,
Um,
the thing is, I want you to, I feel very strongly about this that you need to understand there is no judgment on the other side as at that sort of level. Okay. We're dealing with good quality people here. So there is no judgment as such. Whether they believed or didn't
yeah,
believe at the last minute doesn't matter. The fact is
yeah,
how you conduct
good.
yourself, how you are inside. That's the important.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so I get the feeling that I'm dealing with a quality lady here.
yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Why did you break up? She said, why did you break up? Who did you break up with? She says, why did you break up?
Break up. Hmm. I don't know, like maybe she's talking about my childhood boyfriend who she adored. I don't know. I don't know.
Was fond
I
of?
wonder. Yeah.
Was there somebody she was fond of? I mean, did she like?
Yes, yes, she was. She liked, yeah, she liked him. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's what she's talking about. That at least right now, that's what comes to mind. Yeah.
I'm getting the distinct feeling here. This woman, there's more to her than just the surface. There is a depth into this woman. I'm feeling
Yeah.
like if you show up at the door and let's say she's at the kitchen or the kitchen table and like, come on in, and sits you down. Maybe there's a pie, maybe there's something, a cake, or and we're having a coffee, and it goes into a deep conversation. There's a therapeutic
Yeah.
quality about this woman. There's a therapeutic quality.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. That's her.
Why is she describing one of the two brothers, one of her two sons, as having special needs? Um, was your dad, or was it your uncle who had a bit of hyperactivity or can become a bit high,
Hmm.
that sort of thing?
He only had my dad. Special needs. I'm trying to. Hmm. I'm not sure about that one. He
Was
was the only child,
was
but yeah.
your dad have that quality in him, a bit hyper?
It's hard for me to know. Could have. Just because I did not grow up with him and didn't spend much time with him, like it's really hard to know. But
I
it's possible. It's possible.
think there is that
Yeah.
the uh, lack of focus or
Hmm.
the challenge in focusing, challenge in keeping myself in a space, that sort of thing. What we term
Hmm.
special needs, ADHD, and so forth. I feel we're on edge with that.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. That's quite a possibility. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. Um, would not be surprised. We have that in the family. So, yeah.
Did you end up in the medical world yourself?
Yeah, sort of. I'm a psychologist, so
Brilliant.
yeah,
I know for
that's cool.
good at that, by the way. Yeah,
Say again, you were breaking up.
I know for a fact that you're good at it because of the way you conduct.
Oh, thank you.
You have that beautiful energy about you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I try.
Yeah. So you must have inherited that part from her.
Yeah, like I think maybe I took a lot from her, I think, and she's a very, very dear
Yeah.
person, to me, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
She's showing me.
Any anim
Sorry, sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Anna.
I was just gonna ask if there are any animals around her at all that you perceive.
Anna, I was about to say when you interrupted me, I was about to say
Oh my God.
I can see a cat. I can see a cat
Oh,
around. Okay, um,
yeah,
and I feel there's two, in fact, at least two.
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
cats.
yeah. Yeah, my childhood cat, oh my God, they had such a bond. Like that's why I asked because like she wouldn't be without that cat. Like she was like attached. Like anyway, they are soulmates. So that's awesome.
It goes
Awesome.
beyond the cat as well. I'm seeing a hand patting a horse. So I'm seeing
Yeah.
a horse as well. I don't know who the horse, what horse this is, where it is. Did they have a farm? Did they?
Yeah. No, but like, I think she's just a huge animal lover. When I was growing up, like we lived in an apartment in the city, so like whatever you could have in the apartment, we had all kinds of little critters. If she could have a horse, she would have a horse. So I would not be surprised if she has a horse now or a farm because that's her. And yeah, for sure.
She's showing
That's so cool.
a bowl of sweets, like wrapped bonbons, like sweet.
Huh.
And I'm not quite sure what this is. She keeps showing it to me, like sweets.
Funny, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like she gave a lot like of herself, so like I don't know. Like it's just I think that's kind of her character. That's what it makes me think about, but I don't can't think of a significance of bonbons
Leave it
at
with
the
me.
moment.
There's more coming here. One second, please.
Uh-huh.
Were you the one who would check up on her, like more
I
than
d-
the family?
yeah, I would say myself, my mom. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. I think that's what she's trying to relay here. You are the sweet.
You know, oh, I know what that now it hit me what I think anyway, this is what I'm thinking of. Like when I visited her the last time, it was actually the day she died. I was there in the afternoon and she passed just a few hours later. Her last words were to her mom, my great grandmother, to make sure that she gave me the grapes, the sweet, there was a plate of sweet grapes, and she's like, give them to her. That's what she was thinking. She was dying. She was like laying there, like basically her last breath, but she thought of me having the sweets.
There you
I
go.
don't know, like I think that's,
There you
yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. It's one that is really painful for me to remember, so I think I was just like kind of not wanting to,
Don't worry, Anna, don't worry.
but I think that's it.
That's 100% it. I know because I feel it all over me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did
That was her. That was like the way she was.
did you lose a child, a baby?
Say again?
You lose a child because I can. She's showing me a baby here. Did you miscarry? Do you have a miscarriage?
Me? No, no, not me, thank God. But you know what? I think I don't know, but I talked to a medium once and they said that she may have had a miscarriage. I'd never known that. And at the time, my dad was alive, so I asked him, and he said he didn't know because she would never tell anyone. Like that was her spirit too. She would never burden anyone with that knowledge, if you know what I mean.
No,
But
exactly.
I think that hits it because that medium was like absolutely positive about that. And and you are bringing it up, like, so I think that's what probably
That's what I think.
confirmed.
There was a little baby here.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe that was, well, I guess obviously was supposed to be a sibling, my dad's sibling. But yeah, yeah. And I don't know if it's a miscarriage or just baby dying young or what. So, but it was right after the war, so it was, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Anna, you did mention that she only had one son.
Yep.
Well, why do I get the feeling there's two? Forgetting the baby. Is there a second?
Forgetting the baby. Hmm.
Did she remarry? Did she have a stepson? Or why am I getting a feeling there's two of them?
A really good question. Again, it may be something. So no, she was married once to the father of my father, so my grandfather, who I'd never met. They got divorced, and I found out actually from the medium that he was very abusive. I'd never known that in my life, so that was the same medium who mentioned that. And I asked my dad, and he confirmed, and he actually remembers it as a child. Like, she just kicked him out because of violence and abuse, and so she never ever remarried. And actually, literally a month before she died, she saw her ex-husband, and they start not. I don't know if they started dating again or whatever, but then she died, and he actually ends up being buried like right like where she is, like two graves over. It's crazy. But yeah, so as far as I know, I don't know. I don't know. So that baby is a possibility for sure, but yeah, I don't know. I wonder. Hmm. Yeah, that may be forever a mystery because there's no one to confirm. My half brother knows way, way less about, like, he doesn't even remember her. He was too young when she died. So um there's no one left to check with. Interesting.
What, was she, I can see her in like a uniform here. Was she working in a
Hmm.
military or something where, was she involved at that
Yeah.
level?
He was a pilot during World War II. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You saw that.
She was very attractive when she was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her. I can see the features. Very nice lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
distinct smile because when she smiles, you can see her teeth.
Hmm.
You know, the teeth.
Yeah.
But she's tough as nails as well. She's sweet, but she's also tough. Very tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're right.
Yeah.
The husband was abusive. You're right. I can feel it now.
Hmm. Yeah.
Anna, she wants me to tell you that she's helping your dad on the other side. She's one of the people who's helping him.
Oh,
So,
good.
okay, so whatever it is that fell short here, she's making up over there on the other side.
Makes me happy. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know because that makes me very happy to hear. Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be a dad. He wasn't ready to be a father. That's what she's saying. He wasn't ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Can see that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's made me laugh because she's shown me a cabbage and she's like a cabbage and she's referring to the cabbage as him, like he was a cabbage. You know, it's a joke. It's like so limited.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop giving and look after yourself. This is what she's saying. You're giving too much
To
of,
me.
yes, you're giving too much of yourself. You need to look after yourself. Uh,
Oh.
I think this resonates at different levels with you, at many levels. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
you're giving nature, and she's like, stop doing that. Pull back and look after yourself as well.
Yeah. That's something she would say for sure. For sure. Makes a lot of sense.
I get a feeling here that she's surprised that you could do what you're doing right now, what you do with kids or people who were kids and have been hurt and so forth. Like you can go deep to levels not many people can go to. So
Oh.
she's quite impressed with it.
Well, that's it makes me very happy. Like she means the world to me. So like it means a lot that she, yeah.
The feeling I'm getting from her, Anna, is that this lady here practically raised you as well. I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
physically always there, but the things like she's guided you.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah, definitely.
She wants me to ask you if you're still afraid of dying, of death.
Yes. Yes. That's what her and I were talking about in that conversation. And yeah, I think I was. getting there, I was doing a lot of work kind of spiritually and personally. And then recently I was really, really set back. I'm trying to believe again. I'm just trying to get back where I was, but I think just the grief like just threw me off. Um, but I think I'm getting a little bit better. Yeah.
It's interesting how she described it. She wants me to tell you, you won't feel it until you get here. And
Mm.
when you get here, it's like she's showing me like we're in a water park slide where it's like, hey, I'm having the best of time, the best. So that sort of thing. So suddenly I find myself on a slide and I'm coming down and it's beautiful, the water and so forth. So that's the best way to
Yeah.
put it.
Oh, that's so cool. That would be so her. Like she would want to reassure me and like just share that. That's so cool. Thank you for that. That is very, very cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a bird tweeting, tweet, 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 tweet. So I'm getting the feeling here. What did she keep a bird in her house? Or what's this about the bird?
Yeah, we had a few. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Any critter you could fit in the apartment we had, and we always had birds.
And
Yeah.
was there a parrot as well? Was there like a gray parrot or a parrot or something like a parrot?
They were canaries, but there could have been, I may just not remember, a parrot. Definitely canaries, and also like I don't even know what they are called, but they actually grayish birds. They are songbirds. They are not like parrots per se, but songbirds. Yes, we had a few too over the years. We had to cover them, like I remember now as you were talking, like we had to cover them at night, like with cloths to make it dark because they would start chirping like at 5 o'clock in the morning or four or whatever. Yeah.
What do you mean? Because once upon a time we kept birds. My uncle kept birds.
Oh yeah. Oh really? In the like songbirds?
Canaries as well.
Canaries. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're awesome.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah. They sing beautifully. I remember that.
Yeah.
If I were a bird, I wouldn't want to sing in a cage, but they did.
I was wondering why she's showing me the American flag. And now I know why. Uh, because I saw again the uniform, I saw a salute, the American flag, and now I know why. Because we're coming up to the 4th of July, aren't we? It's not too.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
getting that feeling here. She's very nationalistic. I hope I said the word
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
patriotic, not national. Patriotic.
Patriotic. Yes, yes, yes. No, I figured. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Patriotic. Yeah, definitely.
And I have to go back to your dad here, and she wants me to
Yep.
make you understand something. I don't know if it's crossed your mind that perhaps you could have done more, or perhaps you could have tried to save him, as it were, or whatever. But you need to understand from her perspective that he was on course where he was and whatever he was headed.
Mm,
So nobody could have done anything for him.
yeah. Yeah. No, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Because I definitely questioned it and I felt really bad to not be there. I couldn't have because of COVID, travel restrictions, and all of that. But I know that, but yet I felt guilty for sure. And I feel like I could have done more. And definitely, definitely. So I appreciate that.
Let it go. Let it go. But and you excel in what you're doing, as you're doing, of course, because as you do well, that will be the biggest reward for him, in that what he couldn't achieve, his daughter has achieved. And I remember right at the beginning, I said, you were like the link. You were something. You were someone important in his life. Okay,
Yeah.
you carry on as you're doing, and that will give him
Yeah.
a renewed hope, and he's happy. So what?
Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot.
I wish I could have been there for you at every occasion. Like, I wish I could have been there when you graduated. I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have been there more. You were
Yeah.
you were more than a granddaughter here. You were like her own daughter, her own daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. When I was a kid, I used to call her Mama Number One. Yeah. I'm very close to my mom, but like she was just like, yeah.
She is like a spiritual mom, non-biological.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, like you said, like you sensed it, like she raised me in a sense, like more spiritually, like, I just took so much from her, like spirit, her presence, and if I can be like just a tiny bit like her in life, that would be such an honor because she was, I don't know, to me, my perception of her was literally like pure love. Like there are a few people in our lives where you don't see ever anything negative or, you know, literally got mad at her once when she read a letter from a boyfriend or something. Only once the whole time. And, like, and that was like I remember now because it was so unusual. Like, and he was literally that presence of unconditional love that we don't see on Earth much. So, yeah.
Forgive me here. I'm intrigued. Did she read a letter from your boyfriend?
I think so. Either it was something I wrote to him or he wrote to me. It was like one of those personal letters, and that I was a teenager. So I was really mad that she read my personal letter. And I think she was just being protective or whatever. And
It,
I don't even remember what it was or what the talk about it was. I just remember being mad because it was personal.
it's the principle behind it, of course. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
is this the same boyfriend that she referred to at the beginning when she said, "Why did you break up?"
No, it was like another boy I was interested in. So I think that maybe also why, like, she always thought that that one high school boyfriend would be so good for me and really liked him. But so when I was interested in someone else, like she, I think, was worried or whatever it was. So, yep, it was a different boy. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell a heartbreaker when I meet one, and you must have had quite a fan club behind you. So,
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe like years and years ago. It's funny.
it's been
Yeah.
an honor to have connected with you today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You were amazing. Like it's just unbelievable how it's very helpful for me on my journey too, because like I said, I am really trying to kind of believe again, and there was nothing that could have helped more than talking to you today, because it's just like, I mean, you cannot possibly know these things, and you hit on probably the highlights, things that really, without any doubt, um, describe the people who are so dear to me. And I just cannot thank you more. This was really, really, really amazing and very helpful.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
May I have your permission to share
Thank you.
on social platforms? You don't have to say.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, no, and I would love to, like if you have any way that I can write a little review, a testimonial, I would love to, because you just made a big difference to me, and you were truly, truly amazing. So I would love to do that. I feel like it would be my honor.
That's it.
So just let me know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And on a side
of
note,
course.
are you a child psychologist by any chance?
I work with kids and adults. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. I used to do mostly kids.
reason,
Hmm.
the reason I ask is because I get a lot of clients. Some of them need extra help. So would you
Yeah.
pass on your details if appropriate?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. That's so kind. I think, I am in Boston, so I only am licensed to work. Like, we have licensure issues in terms of we're only allowed to work within a state. They're working on it, so I could work, like basically, like if they pass the bill, I would be able to apply for licensure that would allow me to work out of state as well. So, like, I'm limited as to who I can see and talk to. But yeah, of course. Yeah.
Would that limit you also if you're doing Zoom or
Yeah, it's so the law is wherever the client is physically, like
okay.
that, I have to be licensed there. So even like it's crazy. So if I work with my Boston client and they go on vacation and they want to do a Zoom call from Vermont, I can't do it.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. Like my client, ongoing client who I see weekly, I couldn't would not be licensed to do it. So it's nuts. And they're working on changing it. Massachusetts is actually one of, like, I think 3 states that doesn't have that more global licensure agreement now. But, what can we do? So,
Please let me know if
yeah.
it does change for you because then I can hopefully
Yeah,
people to you.
I will. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Much, much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your energy, your presence, and your time, and your amazing, amazing reading today.
Bless you. Take care now. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.